Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. Is DamonPS2 down for the count, or are they coming back with a vengeance? Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, I've addressed this in a couple other videos, but DamonPS2 is one emulator that I don't personally recommend. I've taken a look at it. There are some questionable things going on, including some questionable permissions, and I'm not overly comfortable using it. And on top of that, performance, at least for me, isn't anywhere near EmulatOrX2. So obviously when EmulatOrX2 was released, I was extremely excited. I am still excited about this app. EmulatOrX2 is 100% free. The performance, in my opinion, is way better than DamonPS2. The permissions that this app require are a bare minimum, the minimum required in order just for the app to work. They're not being greedy at all. And lastly here, it's got the blessing of PCSX2, which is an amazing PS2 emulator on PC. Now before EmulatOrX2, DamonPS2 was extremely popular, partially because it was one of the first PS2 emulators on Android, and secondly because it was one of the most functional PS2 emulators on Android. There is an alternative play, but it is still very early on in development. When EmulatOrX2 came out, a lot of people were speculating that this would be the end of DamonPS2. They were calling it a DamonPS2 killer. And understandably so, considering EmulatOrX2 is arguably superior in every single way. But I really don't think that this is going to be the case. I don't think this is going to be the end of DamonPS2. First up here, DamonPS2 is still popular. For those not involved in the community, they might not know what EmulatOrX2 is. And DamonPS2 still pops up very easily on that Play Store search. Secondly here, the app in Canada is $12.99. I think it's $10 in the States. And it has over 100,000 installs. They have made a lot of money on this paid version. Now pair that paid version with the free version of DamonPS2, which has a ton of ads in it that the makers of DamonPS2 also make money from. Well, this app here has over 10 million installs, so quite a few. I think it's pretty fair to say that the makers of DamonPS2 have made quite a bit of money off both the free and paid versions of this emulator. I would be extremely surprised if the makers of DamonPS2 took a look at EmulatOrX2 and said, hey, you know what? This emulator has us beat in every single way. We might as well just close up shop and call it a day. No, I don't think that's going to happen. I have been getting a ton of messages saying, yes, DamonPS2 is going to shut down. I really don't think so. In fact, it might even be the opposite. It has been heavily rumored that Damon is coming out with 3 new emulators, Switch, PS3, and Xbox, called DamonSwitch, DamonPS3, and, well, DamonXBOX. And given the fact that the PS2 emulator made them probably quite a bit of money, it would make sense for them to try to replicate that magic with other emulators that really haven't been released for Android yet. Yes, there is a Switch emulator, EggNS, but at the same time, that one is questionable in itself. So at the end of the day here, while I think EmulatOrX2 will be putting a pretty big dent on the sales of DamonPS2, I don't think it's going to kill it. And yes, I do think Damon will be expanding to some other systems. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I would say probably neither. You're not forced to use Damon if you don't want to. If Damon is the only PS3 emulator on Android, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. Your hands aren't tied here. I mean, if you take a look at PS2 performance, it's not necessarily perfect and you do need a pretty powerful device. What do you think PS3 performance is going to be like on Android? DamonPS2 performance isn't that great. I wouldn't necessarily say DamonPS3 performance is going to be incredibly better. It's probably going to be even worse. So for everyone messaging me about DamonPS2, just be happy for what we have here. We've got EmulatOrX2. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to try it. And if you have questions about it, check out one of the videos I've done about EmulatOrX2. It's an amazing emulator and I highly recommend it. Anyways, that is all I've got for this video. Let me know your thoughts on EmulatOrX2 in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts about Damon expanding potentially into Nintendo Switch, PS3, and Xbox emulation on Android in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.